You see, this government and their propagandists, they have lost it. Especially this Boala. And
don't you think it was a dangerous statement he made in regards to the fact that you're supposed to be calling for nationhood, but you're dividing the polity further? If you go on social media, you will literally see the blatant, acidic, toxic expletives, all because some certain persons decided to call out the government and say there is insecurity, and we're happy that the US government is calling this out.
Okay, fine. Esther, you can see that this government, they know what they are doing deliberately. This insecurity, they know what is going on. It's just that they don't want anybody to call them out. That is their anger here. They never believe that this thing will snowball into what is going on today. But severally, some of us have been saying it, two of us. Severally, we have said it here. I told you that there's something going on. I've said it severally here. But the government just, they don't mind them. The naysayers. They call us naysayers. But what is going on? Is this supposed to be going on? As a government, how do you want anybody to be comfortable that the government, federal government, is sending emissaries to terrorists, dining and whining with them? Then they are giving conditions.
There are even videos of some politicians sharing money to this terrorists.
I am telling you, for what purpose, Esther? For what purpose? And this has emboldened these boys to continue with what they are doing. Like I confronted the Gumi this morning. When you were going into the forest and telling us that
these guys are your brothers. They're warriors.
They are their boys. Anybody that attack them will not vote for that person. They are our boys. You know that if we don't listen to their demand, there will be no peace in Nigeria. When you were going into the forest, into the bush, and was, upbeat about it, what are you thinking? Now that the thing has come to this level, you are looking for somebody to blame. Blame yourself.
There are also concerns that even the Arewa influencers, the Arewa politicians, even the Sultan, whenever these religious extremists carry out most of these heinous crimes, they don't.
This Christian genocide and the Donald Trump threatening to invade Nigeria is really giving a lot of people sleepless nights. It's giving Tinubu sleepless night. Let this one give him sleepless night. So, as a result of this threat, and Donald Trump is threatening, and you listen to a lot of persons has been speaking now recently, talking about this. So, anyways, please take your time, watch this video, listen to Barrister Darlington on this video. Take your time, listen to Barrister. We'll come back and talk about it. I will not even say much on this video. Yeah, take your time, listen to Barrister Darlington, and don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to this YouTube channel so that you get to see updates like this. This is the only way you get these updates. Nobody will tell you this truth. Do you understand? Because as it is now in this country, because of fear, when freedom of speech don't gradually Tinubu government they take away, everybody they fear. But this time, no. Listen to this video. We'll come back and talk about it. Don't forget to share, like, comment, and subscribe to this YouTube channel.
They don't come out.
And all of them are now speaking out now.
I am telling you because look, I told you that what happened in 1967 will not happen in 2025. If they should start this religious war, you don't need anybody to tell you how long it will take and how it will end. With the interest of America. In fact, the Christians don't even need to invade America. They will come themselves to defend them.
America cannot invade a nation without the nation.
Esther, listen very well. Esther, listen very well. Leave that thing.
Why do you say
they
that
did it in Afghanistan? They did it in Vietnam. Forget that thing.
You're saying they can do it without the country knowing.
The difference here is that in this particular case now, it's a religious war. Because it is the Christians that are being murdered.
Okay, based on how the US is tagging it.
Yes, the Christians. So if they are coming to would you like to give support to somebody who want to help you? Afghanistan and the Vietnam, like that man was saying in the morning, they are different cases. Their own was ideological war.
No, but Barry said my crux here is how this thing happened, and instead of the supporters of the government, which I know they are doing their job, to say, okay, I think this is a clarion call for the government to look into the insecurity in the country. They are tagging Igbos, they are tagging IPOP, they are calling Peter Obi, they are calling Atiku Abubakar, and the context is these are Nigerian youth who are supposedly meant to be quite intelligent and exposed. Unfortunately, the expression is quite disappointing.
They have stopped their head. They have stopped it with Naira. Naira is in their head.
Do you think so?
Yes. You think they are doing it for nothing? Hold on. Would they be doing all this for nothing? They have stopped their head with Naira. That's why I've already told you. When you see all these people saying all this thing, go and look at the news behind the news. That's why in fact I've said it here. The whole world cannot persuade me otherwise if I'm right in what I'm saying.
But in what context do those people come in? Because there is a Barrister Darlington. There is an issue. There is insecurity in this country. Barrister, from this year, you saw the blatant murdering of residents in Plateau State. Remember Mango? Remember Bokos? In fact, more than literally, they came simultaneously 2 different times, and the president was called on, and what the president said to the governor was, go and solve it. The situation of Benue, I'm even talking about the ones that are quite recent, that happened in a wholesome manner. It was the Pope, the new inaugurated Pope in Rome, who had to say, please pray for our Christian brothers and sisters in Benue who were murdered in their sleep, before the president decided to come to the state to address it. Barrister Darlington, on several occasions we will read on this platform, on the news, killings that took place. The NSA, the chief of army staff, the chief of defense staff, the Nigerian police, no person or aide of the presidency comes to show a means of empathy and say, we are working to ensure that, assiduously working to ensure this doesn't continue. There is a lack of commitment, there is complacency, literal lack of empathy in what is going on. And then what is obviously happening is being stated by Trump, and it now feels like because people are saying this is the truth, you now seem to be against your country.
No, you see, Esther, look at what's going on here. As I talk to you now, some Benue and Plateau villages are being occupied by the terrorists. They have even renamed it. Esther, imagine you are here in Lagos and you are hearing that your ancestral home in the village is being occupied by people from nowhere, and you have a federal government that swore to protect you and your property, and they are doing nothing. Esther, they are doing nothing. And I have asked you here again, mention one of those Fulani states in the north or Muslim states in the north that are being occupied in such a manner.
Barrister, on Sunday night, terrorists attacked Igbonla community in Irekpodun local government area, Kwara State. They abducted several residents during a late night raid just on Sunday night. Although we have heard about some purposeful effort from our security agencies ever since the president changed the service chiefs in Kogi State, they've been able to crack down kidnappers, then rescued 2 of those who were abducted. But we are still experiencing the onslaught. The NSA has decided to brief the media concerning this. Do you think the NSA is coming out too late?
Nothing. This is our fire brigade approach. Esther, leave that thing. This is fire brigade approach. Let them start by dislodging these people in Benue and Plateau villages. Let them start from there. Esther, let them start from there. Those are people's home, and the owners of those homes are in IDP camp. So what are you fighting? What are you deceiving yourself for? Because Donald Trump who spoke, have you? Then after a time now, they will resume again. You can see now that is quiet over there now. Is that not true? There is quiet. You can see the deceitful nature these people are using. Very, very deceitful. Because of this thing now, they have kept quiet for 2-3 weeks now. Imagine Benue and Plateau staying for 3 weeks without any killing. It's unheard of. It's like a miracle. It's unheard of. But because of this thing now, look at it. And you are telling me that this is really the end. As long as those people are occupying those villages, they will strike again. Go and dislodge them. That was what the IDP promised when he was appointed. Dislodge them, especially when you have told us that they are not even from Nigeria. Why would you allow terrorists from another country to occupy Nigeria's villages? For what? How do you explain that? You open your mouth as a government and told that these people, they are not even from Nigeria. Are you serious? Look at a government that is meant to protect their people. Immediately this thing happened, and Donald Trump started asking to prepare for war. Chad close their border with Nigeria without any prompting.
Yes, they did that. They don't want any foreign entrance.
Because already the terrorists are already panicking. They are looking for safer haven now.
Yes, they want to leave.
That is how a leader. Oh God Almighty.
Barrister Darlington, these terrorists come on motorbikes in their large numbers, invade communities. Where do they buy their petrol?
They disappear. No,
where disappear to where?
To nowhere.
Is it wrong if wrong if the government of the day decides to collaborate with the American security forces to help us rout out this guy? You recall that in 2014 thereabout, the former president Goodluck Ebele Jonathan actually decided to employ some mercenaries. There were about just 30 of them. If you had listened to the audio I played here, very few persons with their equipment in having to know where these guys are. If you also recall that the Zamfara state governor had actually mentioned that he knows the enclaves of these guys. He knows where they are. He knows how to locate them, but he would need a directive from the federal government to actually route them out. So if a governor actually knows who these guys are, where they reside, what exactly is stopping the government from engaging the governor to dictate or show them where these guys are and kill them off? Or is this a deliberate means of certain individuals to continue to profit with the innocent blood of Nigerians for their own personal pockets?
Esther, on several locations you have had our military. You have had them. They say that whenever they are getting close to these terrorists, at the last minute they will give them order to stand down. 2 of us.
True.
Good. That is at the battlefield, though. At the battlefield, where they are ready to go for the kill, they will receive order. Order from above. Stay action. Esther, what does that tell you? What does that tell you? The main fact that some people, some American FBI had to come to Nigeria and arrest 11 sponsors of terrorism in Nigeria. Is it not a big shame? Meanwhile, the 400 naira they gave you, you are still sitting on it up to today. Sitting on it. And you are telling me what Donald Trump is saying is not like that. Do you think they have time to listen to your rambling? Hold on. Do you think those people over there, they have time for your rambling, speaking from both sides of your mouth? Do you know the person I pity most in all these things? Is Father Kuka. He just rubbish his name by what that thing he went to go and say over there. After all the misery, after all the diplomacy, he came to nothing. Donald Trump still went ahead to do what he wanted to do. Tell me that man is wrong. Tell me. This is how they be deceiving Nigerians. Every time, no, it's not like that. Government is this. Then, like Mumu, all of us will go and keep quiet. Then they will resume again. What have we not done? What have they not told us, Esther? One single reason for this thing is what? Religious sentiment. That is why they pamper these boys. Nothing else. Nothing else, Esther. I have told you here that if you remove religious sentiment and tribal and ethnic sentiment from this equation, this insecurity will end today. Today. But because of mostly religious sentiment, and somebody is telling me that they have no religion. Are you serious? They have no religion and you are supporting and pampering them. Can you just imagine? Every time they will try to be clever. I don't know who they want to deceive. Is it me at this age? It can never happen. Esther, it can never happen. They have deceived us enough. I told you that, look, if you people can be as peaceful as we are over here, Nigeria will be peaceful.
Barrister, a lawyer on Channel Television today said that one of the reasons the U.S. government doesn't trust the Nigerian military is because during joint operations with American soldiers, some Nigerian soldiers were leaking intelligence.
Of course.
So if the Nigerian security apparatus and the intelligence unit is already, compromised, then what's the conscious effort that can be done by the government to tackle this head on? Because if there are certain elements who will deliberately manipulate and distort the conscious effort of the FG to rout out this guy, then what should be done? How do they clear out the moles? I remember Ihejirika had come out to declare that indeed there were moles within their internal security agencies, and they were really planning by doing that. One of the things they do is to give false intel, and once they give a false intel and it goes out, they know indeed one of them is actually responsible for that. But it is still going on. Like how these individuals know when the Nigerian military is coming and set up traps for them, or even they know they're coming to the barracks and nobody gives the soldiers at the barracks any information, and then they are invaded. So if that is the case, if there's no conscious effort, or there are certain persons mutilating the effort of the government, then what should be done?
Esther, it means that you have to profile your military. Profile them. That's what is done anywhere in the world. If you check America, when they want to employ you they look at your social media and look at how you have been talking and how you have been behaving and all that. Look at your background. Do you have any terrorist tendency in you? Have you been doing things that will suggest that yes, you can compromise security? They don't do that over there. But here, all manner of people enter the military. Even those who cannot pronounce their name, you put them there. So with a little prodding, with a little psychological assault, they won't even know when they give us information. They won't know.
Barrister, do you think this is the time for all Nigerians to come together and work as one in ensuring that this narrative is it's quenched, it doesn't continue anymore? But it feels like division is what some certain elements in government want.
Esther, we have already come together over here in the south. That is why you see have Nigeria.
Like we have come together.
Seriously. If not for the southern people of Nigeria, especially the Igbos,
you think
where is this peace now?
Well, a couple of people feel that since the Igbos were supposedly excited with Trump, not all the Igbos,
of course, yes.
Some Igbos, some Southeasterners, whom a couple of persons term as IPOB, were quite excited for what Trump said. They have tagged them as persons who do not want Nigeria's unity, don't want them to grow. They're asking the government to please give them their Biafra so they don't share nations with them.
Esther, where do you have the majority number of Christians in Nigeria today? Where? Which region? That is almost 100% Christians in Nigeria today. Is it not the Southeast? Go and check. It's the Southeast and maybe seconded by South. We are the one holding the peace. These other people, they don't want to hear the word peace. That is why they have brought this into Nigeria. Esther, somebody who wants to go and bring terrorists into Nigeria, does he want peace in that country? Nobody has answered this question ever since it started. You say you love Nigeria. You say you're a patriotic Nigeria. You say you want peace in Nigeria. You say you want development in Nigeria. And you go and bring terrorists. And you come out in the open here, in the media, on camera, and you are beating your chest, telling us, yes, how you brought them, that you told them to come, that the jihad have started in Nigeria. A Nigerian, Esther, a Nigerian. And these same people is now talking about insecurity. Can you imagine? And nobody is calling him out. They are the same people who is blaming America that want to help you. Since you cannot rein in your mad dog, somebody want to do that. Is it not the owner of a mad dog that ran the mad dog in? Since you have refused to do that, and the mad dog is eating everybody, people people now want to gather and kill that mad dog so that you not bite everybody
The governor of Anambra State, Chukuma Soludo, during a media chat on Sunday, cautioned Trump against oversimplifying Nigeria's security challenges, stressing that the problems facing the nation are far more complex than a religious conflict. He dismissed Trump's threats. He literally said he doesn't believe that he can do it, and as a country, America has a right to hold its own views, but whatever it does must fall within the boundaries of international law, and thereby urged for international diplomatic engagement. He also said that the killings in the southeast or in some sections of the country are done by a Christian, and a Mecca, a Vincent, a Felix, and all that. In other words, you can't categorize all the killings to be done by supposed persons from a particular ethnic group or practicing a certain religion. Now, you recall very recently, not too long ago, Chukuma Soludo said that 99.9% of insecurity in Anambra State is being done by the Anambran youth. Most of them are from that state, and if that is the case, nobody should be calling that it is Fulani terrorists or anybody from any other region that is causing this. In other words, the tagging of Christian genocide happening, how do you classify what is going on in the southeast? Would you say it is some religious extremists that are killing Christians, or it is some certain people who are killing themselves?
Esther, Soludo is going to contest the election this Saturday.
Okay.
You want him to do what?
So you think it's just a what? A gimmick?
It's a political statement.
Wow.
It's as simple as that.
So you want to make a political statement and you supposedly throw your own people under the bus. Do you think that's how anybody who wants to get
you are not getting it, Esther.
Okay.
He doesn't want to offend the federal government.
What has the federal government got to do with his re-election? His works will speak for itself. Yes, if you do well, the people will vote for you.
Esther, surely you don't know what is happening in Nigeria.
Please kindly enlighten us, Barrister.
Esther, were you not here when some people went to Aso Rock and Tinubu were telling them, do you want me to give you Edo State? They say, yes, you want Edo State. I will give you Edo. As long as I'm the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I will give you Edo State. Did it not happen? Hold on. Did it not happen? You did not even look at what I'm saying here. You didn't listen very well. He said, as long as I am the president of the Federal Republic of so he can collect your state and give it to another state if he want to. Yes. What will you do? Did you not do it in Edo State? Yeah, telling me, oh, you think you think this Esther, smell the coffee.
Why does the president not address the nation when there are issues?
Because there's nothing to say.
No, it doesn't mean you can't say he doesn't have anything.
What will he say?
Could it be that his media advisors or close persons are the ones who advise him not to show that form of empathy? Because that's why Nigerians feel they cannot feel him, empathize with them.
Esther, he has nothing to say. There's no excuse, because that is what you swore to give. That is what you swore to deliver, and now it is not happening. So what are you coming to tell me again?
Now that Trump has made this statement he made, do you think that the Nigerian government will sit up?
Yes, now he has already he's already rattled now.
So it took a Trump for the Nigerian government to sit up.
Exactly. Is that not what I told you people here? Whenever you want to do this, take it to where people will hear you and react. Yes, take it to the UN, US. All this, they will do something. They are the ones who will rattle the federal government of Nigeria. Did I not say it here severally? Hold on, did I not say it? There is a place you take your matter to. Because the world is a global village now. Nobody have time for another Hitler. Nobody have time for another Hitler. So whenever there is a sign that a Hitler want to react, the whole world will react immediately. Take your complaint to the right sources. You will see the reaction of the people. That is it. Did I not say it? Is it not happening here now? You think it's a matter? Okay, Esther, if anybody had protested, all those who protested, some women in Benue protested from IDP. What came out of it, Esther? Esther, what happened to that protest by the women? They dismiss it as nothing.
Let me ask you a very pertinent question. When there are IDP camps in a country, internally displaced persons, should we be having internally displaced persons in Nigeria? Or if you say internally displaced persons, are they not meant to be supposedly a hospitality camp set up for persons from neighboring war-torn countries where you can accommodate them? They're called displaced persons camp. So is Nigeria at war that we have so many IDP camps located across some certain regions in the country? And the fact that it has not been seen as a measure of importance and priority that those IDP camps be disbanded, and making sure that the communities of those persons who have been displaced by these extremists are protected and assure them safe passage to their ancestral lands.
So when you hear and see such a thing, Esther, is it not provocative enough that you be watching your home from IDP camp and you be seeing people moving around in your village and you can't go close before they will shoot you? As I talked to you Esther, they said 200 children have been born in that IDP camp. No school. And
they will face certain
abuses. No school.
No even proper health care.
Yeah, nothing. And they are growing up. Of course, with idleness and nothing to do. The men are, they are already doing the work of God there. So very soon, the children of that IDP will even overrun the IDP camp. Of course, the children will grow. And if they are not taken, they remain there forever. They will eventually they will now build one hut, small hut for them, and say this is now your home. Esther.
Barrister Darlington, the Nigerian Education Loan Fund has announced that applications for the student loan scheme have surpassed 1 million, which marks one of the largest uptakes for a government-backed social intervention since the beginning of the Tinubu administration. So on Sunday, the Director of Strategic Communication, Nigerian Education Loan Fund, Oshayemi Oluwatuyi, said the milestone was achieved less than a year after the program was launched on May 24, 2024. This is one aspect of the renewed hope agenda that seems to be yielding positive fusion since it began in earnest. What's your take on that briefly?
I have nothing to say there because I didn't see any result.
Why would you say you didn't see any result?
What is the result there?
More than 1 million applications.
Hold on,
surpassed 1 million applications.
Esther, where are the schools? Is
What do you mean, where are the
this one that
schools?
their lecturers are on strike or whatever?
Barrister,
Hold on.
when the government does something right, can't you compliment them?
Please, don't let me.
I should not let you do what?
Don't let me say things that are not true here.
Things are not.
What is truth about this thing?
What is
You
truth
gave
about
me
now for us?
hold on. You gave me something with the right hand, and you collected it with the left hand, Esther. What have you given to me then? What have you given to me then?
Well, Barrister, over
Hold on now.
160 billion
They
has
told
been
you.
disbursed.
Hold on. They told you how many people are registered for this net fund. Did they equally tell you how many people have left school because they couldn't cope with the high school fees, feeding and other things that comes with it? Have they told you? No. Have they told you, Esther? The money they gave them, did it solve the problem it was supposed to solve? Or are you not aware that school fees have increased 100 times in all the federal schools? Is that not a fact? That money they collected, did it cover the so-called school fees? Of this 1 million people, let's go and check. Go and check. About 1/4 of them didn't make use of that money because it cannot take them anywhere. They have left school. The lecturer that are supposed to teach these students, have you taken care of them? No. Have you taken care? So if you collect the money and pay school fees, who will not teach you? Have the money solved the problem of the school? Have you solved it?
Right,
No, answer me, because you cannot love my children and hate me, and you say I love this family. You love the children, you get them for what's it called, loan, abi? But their lecturers, you are not taking care. So who will not teach the children? You are giving money. Who will teach them?
Let's take a very short
No,
break
it's not the
and
point.
We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, you're still listening to the Evening Round of the People's Democratic
Do you know that from the way things are going, a PDP may not contest this election? No, does it? No, did you see anarchy coming? From the way things are going on now, that Wike have decided with the backing of his paymasters to destroy PDP. Are you telling me that everything is rosy in APC? No, tell me everything is okay in APC. They don't have any issue. It is only in opposition party that you are having this problem, Esther, and it does not tell you anything, Abi. All the opposition party, of course, when they said I would not be bothered if they are in disarray, of course they are working towards it. If not, just look at how things are happening there.
Barrister, do you want them to be happy? Do you want them to be happy?
You mean the ruling party or what?
You want them to be happy that you don't want them to be happy that their opposition is in disarray?
Esther, if they are in disarray by their own making, in fact, I won't even pity them. But when we are seeing the hand of Esau and the voice of Jacob inside this matter, two of them are there. How will you now tell me that the parties want to go in disarray on their own? Is it possible? Imagine if Wike had been reined in since the beginning of this matter. If nobody was supporting Wike with what he's doing another, will he have the authority or the power to go to Rivers State and foment trouble? On what ground? On what ground will he be talking of structure after he had left office? But because he was being supported and being backed up, nobody will remember all these things. Nobody. Fubara just created problem for himself in Rivers, Abi. No, Fubara just created problem for himself. Even the judiciary heavily compromised in all these issues. Heavily. We can see it. So when these things are happening, who do you think is behind it, Esther? Or do you think it just happened, Abi? PDP that was there for 16 years, all of a sudden, they don't know how to organize themselves. All of a sudden. All of a sudden. And you are telling me it is ordinary. Anyway, like I always say, just wait. When these people started this insecurity in the north, I warned them. I said, this thing, it will boomerang. Go. Nobody took me serious. You see this thing that doing, all this will come to my party, sweep them into APC, sweep them. I hope nobody will complain when it will happen, because it will definitely happen.
Why are you so certain something?
I am very. What are you telling me? Human beings are the same all over the world.
Doediri has done his defection.
Let them continue. Let them continue. You don't know what is pursuing them from behind. You don't know.
What's pursuing them from
Esther, if the day they will tell you the story, in fact, you won't even believe it. All these things are not ordinary. I know for sure. I know. How would you leave your comfort zone?
Are they spiritual?
Esther, how would you leave your comfort zone and you now run to a place of uncertainty? The place you are going to, people are there already. They have occupied position. They want to become what you have been as a governor, and you want to leave your party and run to another state another party to become a governor again. What do you now tell to those people who were there, who have been struggling and working for the party? They will leave you just to come and take over the place and become a governor and take all the structure. Esther, is that possible? Are we not thinking here? Okay, if you now use them to climb up and become the president the second time, so what happened to those you are going to leave behind? They will struggle on their own, abi. APC will equally go in disarray because whatever you sow, you reap.
Barrister, a couple of Nigerians said that if it were the APC in opposition, they would have milked the current situation with the government of the day concerning Trump to the advantage.
Of course.
That Peter Obi and Atiku were quiet.
Exactly.
So is it possible to say that the opposition is sympathetic to the current party?
In fact, they are taking advantage. That's what I'm telling you. When you take advantage of a gentleman, God will fight for him. That's the truth.
What do you mean by that?
When you take advantage of a man because he's so quiet, so just so peaceful, you think you have power. God will fight for him, and it is, in fact, if God will fight against you, it is terrible. The result is always disastrous.
Said they ought to have spoken. They ought to have used this to their advantage. It's not about nationhood. That the other government, the government in charge, when they were in opposition, they used it full on to their advantage. They mobilized. They did not even give the government an opportunity to think and calibrate itself. So, do you think the opposition and the supposed opposition that we know, aside from Shower, who has been extremely vocal, Peter Obi and Atiku, did they do wrong by staying quiet?
Esther, when this opposition were there, Tinubu and co, did they not go to US?
That's what I'm saying. They're saying that the opposition ought to have done something.
But because the opposition are not what? Stable. They have kept them in. Which opposition now? Esther, who? Which of the opposition? They don't even have a party now. They will leave the organization of their party and be thinking of what APC is doing in office. This is deliberately orchestrated to keep them busy until the election is over. You will see what will happen. These parties, when the election is over, all these non-state actors that are here, they will see them, they will now be laughing and say, yes, so you can go and do your party now. I told you, we'll get you. You will see, they withdraw. Peace will return immediately after this party, and their intention was achieved.
Do you think peace will return?
Why wouldn't
that seed that they have planted in the minds of Nigerians will remain?
Esther, when they have achieved their purpose, what else?
Their purpose is just for power?
What else?
Are you not there to be in charge of the entire nation, the entire country, not just a cross section, a particular region?
Okay, with this one now, they're handling.
So you would do everything you can to create a sense of division, and then at the end of the day, you win, and then how do you want the country to move forward?
Esther, with the way they're handing things over, to any request. All you needed to do is to request that you want to be this or you want this state to be.
But is it surprising
that with
the tangent of events from the supposed alleged coup plot, which up to today the government said is not true, Bayo Onanuga has said no, there was nothing like that, to the recent statement by Trump, right? Do you see what is going on? Is there a correlation? Because with the whole supposed coup allegation, then we saw the change of service chiefs, then now we heard America say theirs. Is there something that we do not know?
Esther, America want peace in your country. That's why they are doing what they are doing. If America want to destabilize you, they will say it and you will see it.
Do they say it?
By bringing peace into Nigeria, don't they want your country to be stable?
No, you said if America wants something, they want to destabilize your country. They would say it for real.
What are you saying? Who are you that they should fear you? Okay. When they want to bomb you, didn't they tell you?
Fani Kayode said Nigeria is ready for the American military.
Well, leave that in.
You don't trust on the military armament of your country to fight the US military.
Please, not everybody thought you should listen. Your country has not taken care of Toju Bello, a terrorist, and his voice is America that you want to face. Is it not funny?
You've listened to Barrister Dality. A lot of things is going on. We don't even want to start saying it is Christian genocide, Muslim genocide. No, at least every one of us don't agree, say killing is going on. They are unlifing people. We don't want it to happen again. Since that word, Christian genocide, annoys the Muslims and Tinubu government. They don't want to hear that. Yes, people, they buy worshippers. We don't want it again. Let Tinubu put an end to this. He said he can do it. Now, it is his time to do it. That's all we wanted. Do you understand? Now, a lot of people suddenly they tell, blah, 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 this and that. Well, we don't share since. So if they have done the needful, all this problem, for not they talk about this property, do you understand? We've been shouting, talking, they're not listening. Tinubu government is not listening. You never hear Tinubu say anything about this, except under pressure. When you now see a lot of people have been talking, responding, say, where is the president? His president don't say anything. He's not saying anything. Inspector General of Police will not say nothing about it. You don't see any empathy from these people. You hear hundreds of people buy so and so. Bokwas is there. The other one in Benue State. A lot of persons talking like you don't hear from police. You don't hear from the military. Even that one is trying. You don't hear from Tinubu. No. They keep quiet. They don't do nothing about it, as if these people are meant to die in Tinubu's government. I say Tinubu have a target. I'm not. If somebody tell me he does not have any target, I will not even believe. It's like Tinubu have a target to buy people in this country. It's like Tinubu have a target or Tinubu government have a target to buy people in this country, and is working very hard to meet the target. That's the only thing I can describe Tinubu's government. He have a target, and that target you will not see it. For you to get the target, something will happen, and that thing ain't won't happen. So now when Donald Trump don't they involve, so you will not get the target. Your target will not be completed. Again, it is annoying. Do you understand? It is annoying. Now you wake up, go and face the problem you created. You say you can do the job. That's what you did then. You think the job of a president was just to go and sit down, drink tea and bread, eat tea and bread, sit down there, talk rubbish? You say that's the work of a president. This is the part. This is the work of a president. This is it. It comes with that office, that name. You the answer, president. It comes with a lot of responsibility. The 200 million, over 200 millions of people are in your head. You have. It is you, number one, to secure all of them. If you cannot do it, you resign. This is what you did for the previous administration. We have to do it to you now. You say if you can't, you resign, so that we know say you not did it. Why should we have you here? And your all is to just give Nigeria a headache. Nonsense. You need to go and face the problem. Anyways, please, what do you think? Share this video. I don't want to say much on this video. Please share this video and follow and subscribe to this YouTube channel.